Sad nešto što se inače ne smije raditi u mom poslu. Uzmete telefon, pametni telefon, onda ne odete ni na ove sve društvene mreže, ni na ništa posebno, nego tražite, i nađete. Adria Security Summit, aplikacija koju biste trebali svi imati na svojim pametnim telefonima, zato što ćete uz pomoć nje tijekom sutrašnjeg dana glasati za najbolje case study projekte u ovom dijelu Europe, zato što ćete uz pomoć ove aplikacije moći osvojiti vrijedne nagrade naših partnera i sponzora i zato što ćete dobiti sve potrebne informacije o tome kad party počinje, a kad završava. Stoga je to najkorisnija informacija. Ako niste skinuli, skinite, jer iza prvog govornika već stiže prva nagradna igra u kojoj možete sudjelovati. Prijedlog je da stavite dozvolu za push notifications. Ladies and gentlemen, take the official app because you're going to get some great prizes and awards through the application and all the info will come as a push notification to all of you. Sad kad smo već odradili ove minimalne tehnikalije, vrijeme je za našeg prvog gosta i govornika koji je pripremio prezentaciju. Oni promoviraju sigurnost i to rade već 777 godina. Kad vidite gospodina, vidite da je u stvari dosta zgodan za te godine koliko traje u stvari taj sajam i dosta se dobro drži sa tom dugogodišnjom tradicijom. Na samome početku, molim vas da velikim pljeskom pozdravite našeg dragog gosta, gospodina Wolfganga Marzina. Izvršni direktor Frankfurtskog sajma. Hallo Wolfgang, herzlich willkommen.
Dobar dan, danke dir. Danke.
Alles gut?
Perfekt.
Bitte.
Thank you.
So, we're going to continue in English, of course, because German and Croatian guys always speak English when talking to each other.
Adorable.
So, your special and very special presentation is all about security.
Yes.
So, what do you think about security in the last few years in Croatia? What are your experience? Good or bad?
Okay, this is a really funny story.
Okay.
My first experience, security and safety in Croatia. Back in 1978, sorry.
Okay.
Playing soccer with somebody called with Igor Stimac around Klek in Metkovic.
Okay.
Again, we went with a boat to the small island and board, my brother and I, 13 years old, and we lost our money, which we found out on the way back to Germany in the Autoput the next day. So next year we got to the same shop, we got back the money, nothing left, everything fine with a smile of the salesperson. And Mr. Tito smiling to us after, This was my first experience, security and safety in lovely Croatia, Czechoslovakia at that time, of course.
Okay, so since then a lot of things changed, so
Yep.
it's time for your presentation to see how you do security on the Frankfurt Messe.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, actually it's quite an interesting story, I hope, because we live security, not yet working, but maybe. You guys do it? The next slide, or the first slide. Yeah, 777 years. Messe Frankfurt has been founded in 1240. And actually it also, thank you, it was stupid enough for me. And interesting enough, it all started when somebody called Frederick II, who was the emperor at that point in time. He stayed across the Adriatic Sea in Ascoli, and he was making sure that everyone who traveled to Frankfurt to present the merchandise was under his protection. So that was the first actually security advice by somebody, and this is why Messe Frankfurt, this is again back in 1240. So everybody was under protection who traveled from wherever, and this is why we believe we have 777 years of security and safety experience. Ever since then, we built as a trade show company. It all started in Frankfurt on the crossroads of the Roman Empire at that point in time. If you look at the turnover, yes, we are the leading German trade show company. We are number 3 in the world. We have Reed, we have UBM, few of you know maybe, trade show company who also organizes security shows. But we believe we promote security ever since then. We have a big fairground where we have 400 cameras installed. 10 years ago, 40. Now 400. We have a combined Operation Security Center where police, first aid, our own people, safety and security is gathering in one place. 100 people, sometimes it depends on how big the shows is. And this is why we believe we have security and safety in our heart, but also in our portfolio. We organize about 135 shows every year, about 3,500,000 visitors every year. We have a turnover, as I said, about 650 euro. So company SME, as you would say, small and medium-sized companies. We also organize concerts in our concert hall, 400,000 attendees, and so on and so forth. Yes, it all started in Frankfurt, but in the meantime, we are represented all over the world. We have 28 subsidiaries. In 10 of these subsidiaries, we organize security and safety fairs and summits. And I will come back to this later. And we are also represented all over the world with agents, with sales partners. I have my sales partners here from the region, from Croatia and Serbia, and of course Slovenia and Montenegro and everywhere in the region. We're very happy to have a very powerful sales partner network. It all started 7,700 years ago in Frankfurt, but then we found out we need, as a leading trade show organizer, globalization started back in 1987, and some of our shows, like textile shows, could not survive in Germany anymore. Trade was going to textile trade and fashion trade to Asia. Production was going over to Asia. So we said we need to extend the life cycle and we have to go there where our customer wants us to be. We cannot stay in Frankfurt and wait that everybody comes to Frankfurt. So this was in 87, 5 million turnover. About 10 years later, we had some additional subsidiaries in Asia, in the United States, 15 million turnover. Another 10 years later, 93 million turnover. We expanded heavily in Asia as a region because trade shows started to be more and more relevant in Dubai, in Shanghai, in Beijing, and so on and so forth. And we took that on. India, of course. Yeah, and at this point in time, more than about 38% of the turnover come from outside of Germany, which is for all of you guys who produce security device something very normal. Some of you have a much bigger percentage. But for an organizer with an own fairground in the heart of Europe, as we say in Frankfurt, it's quite a remarkable turnover. Coming back to the importance and to the relevance of the region, it is a very relevant region. We are represented in every of the states. We have sales partners who do nothing else than bring exhibitors, for instance, from the security industry, visitors, trade press to our trade fairs in Frankfurt and worldwide. And as you can see from the numbers, big potential, many clients for many of the industry we cater. We believe, as a trade show company, leading in Germany, number 3 in the world in segments, business segments. You cannot please everybody in every segment. We are very strong in consumer goods, entertainment, with the largest Musik Messe, as you might know, with a big Pro Light and Sound. Frankfurter Book Show, it's the biggest book show in the world, and so on. Textile, we are world market leaders. And then technology shows. And among technology and also mobility and logistics, we have the largest trade fair brand in the world, which is called Automechanica, which has a lot to do with safety and security, autonomous driving, intelligence in the mobility. I'll talk later about it. And these are the technologies shows worldwide. It's hard to see, I know, But the yellow, the second category from the left, are the shows related to security. Intersec is the largest security trade show and trade fair brand in the world. And the largest security and safety show that is taking place right now in the world is in Dubai, called Intersec. Roughly 1,400, 1,500 exhibitors from all over the world, visitors coming from the whole Middle East area, including, of course, Asia, Europe a little bit. Now, luckily, since we do shows everywhere in the world on the security side, we're very happy and honored to work together with you guys in the region. We're happy to be here. We're happy to be to power your summit, and we hope we can contribute a little bit to the internationality and to the in the long run and hold together, because we have a common goal. You guys in the summit promote security, and we as well, in our portfolio, but also our fairground. I can tell you, 10 years ago, nobody cared about security in trade fairs, no one. Now, tomorrow, our Chancellor, Mrs. Merkel, is opening the largest car show in the world, IAA, hundreds of policemen, everybody detector, handbags are controlled, again, 400 or more cameras. We have a completely cement blocks everywhere, around every big speaker's corner. We have a complete influence of everything that happened in the last 10 years or so, on terrorism, on attacks, on incidents like the Love Parade, where dozens of people were killed because too many people in one place. So things are completely changing, and you know much better than me. The investment in security and safety will increase tremendously. So which would mean for us, I think there are people from Bosch here. Yes, sometimes Bosch is there, right? You're the Bosch guys. I write you invoices for space at our trade shows, but definitely you write us invoices in the future, and many for our cameras on our fairgrounds, for our control systems in our fairground, for our operation and security center. And it's good to have not a one-way relationship, but a two-way relationship, and to also learn from each other. We don't only have trade shows and summits in the portfolio, we also have publications, which is important. This is how we got to know, actually, through our Taiwanese friends from A&S. They have publications, and we run websites, and of course, events and shows, and we also, of course, promote Adria Security Summit from now on. These are the locations of our shows, of our security-related trade shows. I have also Hannes with me, my former assistant, very bright guy, plays 7 instruments, and he's the brand manager of all Intersec shows. So we have the brand management in Frankfurt, but all our subsidiaries are organizing the Intersec and security family. So what we do there is we bring, of course, supply, some like you and demand together, and of course conferences alongside with the hot topics of the region and with the future trends. Yeah, I know you have many opportunities to go to conferences, to trade shows, to meet as a security family. This is what we can offer. 777 years of experience, leading German trade show organizer, #1 trade show organizer when it comes to security. We really learn it, believe it, and promote security also as an investor. In Frankfurt, we have the best infrastructure among, of course, the Adriatic region, but on the side, we have a fairground that is big enough in the middle of Europe, 5 or 6 U-Bahn stations, and very easy access airport, as you know. What you can see on the right side is our security center, empty at that time, maybe no shows but you see we try to control and secure the fairground through cameras, radar stations, of course, the police is always there, and and also including weather warnings. Weather warnings, I mean, every day we have something in the TV everywhere in the world, and I understood that 2 days ago you had a heavy rain, unusual heavy rain here. We missed it, but anyways, it is good because also if we have thousands and 10,000 of people to attend our shows, it's good to know how to warn them, to try to prevent any casualties, and this is why we also invest heavily, even in systems like weather detection and very expensive when they're good ones. Potential of worldwide of security and safety, I'm sure you know that. I mean, I told you about our own experience in investment, just as an example, as a trade show company. And I believe in 10 years, nobody will rent our area anymore as a guest organizer when we don't have the best security system. We need to be able to tell our clients and also exhibitors, hey, if you are at Messe Frankfurt grounds, you're never 100% sure safe, but you're as safe as possible. And urbanization, we do shows in India, and you have business in India and China. These governments talk about that in 10 years they will want to have 70% of the population in high-rises. In the cities, that means high-rises. What does it mean? Elevators, escalators will have a crucial role in the whole, because there will be all high-rises. And this all means safety, control, access control will have a much more relevant role than in the rural in the time where the population was spread in the whole country, and now all moving to one central location, or 70%. Huge impact on safety and security, definitely. Then we have the regulations, again, also fire protection. For instance, Germany 10 years ago, doesn't matter now. They count how many people in which halls, that means access control. They control the material, whether it burns or not, of our exhibitors, visitors, our stand construction material. Even vans and lorries, when they come, we have about big trade shows, we have 10,000 of vans in our exhibition vans, container or smaller lorries and so on. I mean, we will see the time in a few years, every lorry and every van will be controlled completely. Now we have already the system, they can already be controlled roughly, but the more detailed, like on airports, I'm sure it's going to come, and it will be the law, and the law will be starting worldwide. At our Chinese shows, since last year, every visitor goes through a detection device, like in the airport. 3 years ago, nobody cared. Everybody walked in. So, regulatory. Increased awareness of security in private life, we all know this. All who have families, children, all elderly people. Yes, we have not very nice statistics in Germany and Europe sometimes when it comes to break-in houses and cybersecurity, cyber criminality anyways. So we believe there will be a lot of investment, including the public areas. Every mayor in Germany, I'm sure every mayor in already, or even more in Croatia, is investing in safety and security at the airports, in the own region, and so on and so forth. These are the numbers that we put together from our magazine, from the market research, and everything. We see a huge increase in almost every sector in security. And there is no alternative, which is the good thing in your industry, in our industry. There is no alternative. If you are allergic to apples, you eat a carrot. If you don't like carrots, you eat whatever, banana. But here, there will be no alternative, which is good for, I think, the industry. Who are the market leaders? You know them. Some in the country, according to our knowledge, not huge changes in the ranking of the top 50, who control 82% of the market, but which is, I believe, always pushing everybody always new players in the market. You have startup companies coming up, also boosted by 3D additive manufacturing. All of a sudden, data needs to be more and more secure, big data that is transferred, and we have new people on the face of the planet. Yeah, what will be the vision? I mean, there are many people, many vision out there, how things are correlating, how things are developing and merging in the security industry. Here you see one or two statements. And then, of course, augmented intelligence, is this the solution, or is it just an empty word or a game changer? What is it? It is certainly changing the world. You can see this in the car industry. You can see it, I mean, you know, the cameras. Even I'm not an expert, but if you want to find somebody was criminal, 400 cameras will know this man, and if he's detected, the cameras will follow him, and we will find out who it is. I mean, it's interesting and amazing, the technology, how the intelligence is changing, and also the learning in the car industry, the distance control, and so on and so forth. It all has to do with each other. And cybersecurity. I mean, everybody might have an own opinion on that. And is this really going as far as it goes? Or will there be things happening that influence our thinking? I don't know. But when the first bank accounts, private bank accounts, are hacked and money is away in big amounts or big numbers of people, I don't know what the influence will be. Will this go forever? How big is also the insecurity when everything is watched and everything, even every conversation is followed on the phone or can be followed by somebody? So we will see how this happens. But we believe it is always good, and the future also for trade shows and the security is saved. We need, as you can see here in the summit, we need to talk in person to solve things or to have new ideas or to merge or to find partners or the best people in the industry, best employees, as you just mentioned. And this is why trade shows and summits are the best opportunity to meet. I invite you, of course, to the next summit. I'm very much looking forward to this on behalf of our partners, and of course to Intersec in the biggest Intersec, the biggest security show so far in Dubai, which is mid of January, and then to Intersec Forum in Germany during Light in Building in March of 2018. You're very welcome. I thank you very much for your attention, and I'm happy with my colleagues to be able to be here, even though my Croatian doesn't exist yet, but maybe in 10 years from now. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.